Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody's trying to blend something very similar to this, which is kind of cool, but they're having trouble drawing this line equally, and they're running into problems. And he told me how they drew it. I'm going to it's a pretty good way to think about things, but not in this case. He just took a line, and then he's going to get the 3-point curve line, and he wants to create this little curve on the end of the line. Well, that's not such a bad idea in some cases, but if you're going to blend, it doesn't really work. I'm going to hold down the control button so I'm in the same parallel, and then you can do whatever you want to with that line. Now you've got a sharper edge, but you could adjust that, because it actually, becomes one line. And let's say that's good enough. But then what he's doing, he's controlling D and duplicating it. And then he thinks he can just cut this line, and you can. Now, if that was just a line you needed to cut, but you can go here and weld this line together. But here's the problem when we look at the shape tool. These two pieces are still not really connected. Well, there's actually the other piece there. Maybe that'll solve some of the problem. But like these two pieces aren't connected, so you need to go here, go to Windows, Dockers, join curves, and hit apply. Now, that's well and done, and it actually will work now because the arrows are going the same direction. So let's just test it out. Earlier, he couldn't get it to even do that. And let's take these apart. I don't like that sharp edge, and let's try blending it. Go to Effects and Blend. So it did work. But I mean, the steps he had to go through to get to it, closing nodes and everything, is a lot easier for me, and I think he will agree, to draw a line like this. And because before he was cutting it in half and flipping it around, you just take a 2-point line and then take the shape tool. You know what? I'm going to leave it right there. No, I'm going to put it in the center of the page. I like drawing the center of the page. Now, I'm going to take the shape tool. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to add nodes. And the nodes are added evenly across the line. I'm going to select them all. I'm going to right click and turn them into a curve. And you can play around with symmetrical and whatever, but we're going to nudge this up just to kind of see what it looks like. And see, that's kind of the look we want, but how far did we nudge it? Because we want both ends to be the same. So we're going to grab that node. We're going to change our nudge factor to 0.2 or anything. You can measure it. And I'm going to nudge it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, if we nudge up this line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now they're identical lines as you can get. I would probably go through here and get rid of these nodes we do not need. And now if you look, our arrows are going in the right direction like they should for a blend. Because if they, well, you know what, I'm going to make a copy of this and I'll show you what happens if they're not. I've made plenty of videos on that. So I'm going to, yeah, there we go. Let's just check, make sure I didn't mess up. Arrows are going that way, left or right. It doesn't matter if they're going left to right, right to left on this case, as long as they're going the right direction. And then just go to a blend and hit apply. And the more, I'm only doing 50 times. And this is one of those deals where you could actually turn one of them blue and turn one of them yellow. I'm just right clicking and then select them both and blend them and get a pretty cool look. And then if you go, that's really not enough. You can blend more right here by going 100. Or you can also do this, a lot of people don't maybe realize, you can pick one of your lines and change it to 2 points. And now look at it. That's probably too much, but that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to show you the mistake a lot of people do. I'm going to have this line and see the arrows are going right to left. If I make a duplicate of that line and inadvertently changed it, see they're going now right to left, where this one is going left to right. Let's hit L, put them equal. And now look at what happens when we blend. It's not that bad of an effect, but that's not what you wanted. And this is also a really, I love the blend tool. Okay, now what you do to get these back is just select it and right click and reverse subpath. Now they're both going the right direction. Now we've got them going like this, but this is what's cool to me about the blend tool. Let's blend them now. And look at the ripple effect. That's pretty cool. But the video is really about creating this line equally on both ends. Because you could realistically, okay, now let's say we want to make that line shorter. You could still do that. That was his main goal. Let's see if it's, this line is correct. Well, let's say you want to make it shorter. We'll just take a box or a rectangle, put it anywhere in there, touch your box out, because you can't squish it because you're going to squish with your items. Now, this is still kind of connected, so you need to go to Object, break your curve apart, and then just it'd really be better to do it with the pick tool and just move that one to that line. And then if we look at it now, we can let me zoom in. You can take the shape tool, select that node, shift select this node, and then select both those. I don't know why I close dockers often. I never leave them open. To me, they're in the way if I'm maybe not going to use them. So now that is one line, and it's going in the right direction, but it is shorter. I would still take away nodes you don't need. Just make it better. And there's a lot you can do with this type graphic. And what I meant by you can't just squish it, because let's make it shorter, because look what happens if our hoops get squished. Let's make a duplicate and rotate it 90 degrees. And now let's get this out of the way. Let's blend this now. So you never know what you're going to get. That's the cool thing about the blend tool. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit, and thank you for watching.